Hey YouTube, today I've got a review of Custom Game Cases. Custom Game Cases is a website ran by a guy who makes hard plastic game cases for your old retro games. If you're watching this video, you probably know this already, but just in case you don't, allow me to explain. Old video games did not come in plastic cases like we're so used to today. They came in cardboard boxes. These boxes were very poorly designed, and they rip, they fade, they warp, they bend. And from a collecting standpoint, it's very hard to find certain games complete in the box, and that's where these come in handy. So this is what a NES case from Custom Game Cases looks like. It's obviously based off of the original cardboard box design. And these are not those cheap universal flimsy game cases that have like all the different clips inside. These are very high quality. If we open it up, we can see that there are 4 clips to hold the game, and there's even a nice spot to hold the manual. This is probably my favorite part about these cases, is they have a nice spot to hold the manual, unlike universal game cases. So these NES cases are available in black or clear. I personally prefer the black, but it comes down to personal preference. Now, for comparison's sake, this is what an actual NES box looks like. This is in very, very good shape for the age. I'm not sure how the previous owner of this managed to keep it in such good condition, but I mean, I'm trying to keep it in as good condition too. So anyway, now let's take a look at a Nintendo 64 case. As you can see, it is in a vertical aspect ratio, but they are also available in the horizontal aspect ratio. The horizontal is more true to the original, but I think that these look a little bit better in comparison to, the NES ones, and even new video game cases for that matter. If we open this one up, there is a spot for the cartridge, and there's actually a spot for the memory card too. Most people I can't imagine anybody's going to use this slot, but it's a nice homage to like the GameCube and PlayStation 2, because those cases had spots for the memory cards also. Here's where the manual goes. These are just really cool. Once again, these come in black or clear. It's a matter of personal preference. And like I said, you can either get them in vertical or you can get them in the original horizontal aspect ratio. Here is an actual Nintendo 64 box. And what's funny about this is, despite Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES being significantly older than Majora's Mask, this is actually in worse shape than Super Mario Bros. 3 is. That's, go figure. But yeah. So let's take a look at a Super Nintendo case. These are also available in vertical, or they're available in the original horizontal aspect ratio. It's a matter of personal preference. I like these better. They're available in black or clear, just like the other two. And if we open it up, we got a spot for the cartridge, and we got a spot for the manual. Very nice. I don't have an actual Super Nintendo box on hand, but they are very similar to Nintendo 64 boxes, so for comparison's sake. Now, this is a Game Boy box. If we open it up, you can see that the slot is significantly bigger than a Game Boy Advance cartridge, but that's because it can also hold a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy game. And here's a spot for the manual. So these are very similar to, a Nintendo DS case. And I don't know if all of his Game Boy cases are like this, but this one is significantly blurrier than, you know, the Nintendo 64, NES, or Super Nintendo cases. I'm willing to bet that most of his Game Boy cases do not look as bad as this one does, because it all comes down to the quality of the original box scan that he can find on the internet, and this is a very rare game for the Game Boy Advance, especially if you want it complete in box. So the box scans on the internet are probably even more rare, so I guess you take what you can get, I guess. So these are only available in gray or black, but one customization option you do have is you can get this spine, the Game Boy Advance logo. You can get that in black, or you can get it in standard Game Boy Silver. I think that these look a little bit better, the black, so that's why I got that. He also has Sega Genesis cases. I don't have any of those because I don't have any Genesis games, but they're very similar, if not identical, to original Sega Genesis cases. I think he also has plans for Game Gear cases as well. Now, pricing. These are very affordable at $4 each for a NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and Sega Genesis case. And Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color cases are $3.50 each. And you can get them even cheaper if you order them without the covers. Now, shipping time's a little bit of a letdown. It took about 2 weeks for these to get here, which isn't forever, but it's longer than you might expect also. I will say my one concern with these cases is I'm not sure in the long run if these clips for the cartridges will start pulling at the two sides of the cartridge and like separate them, if you know what I mean. But you know, you just got to be really careful taking them in and out of the box, I guess. If you're careful, you should be fine. Despite the few flaws that these cases have, I'm very happy with them, and I will definitely be ordering from them again. So that's my review of custom game cases. I'll leave a link to them down in the description, and thanks for watching. And one last thing, just to show you how nicely these blend in with other games on a shelf, I've taken a picture to show you guys. So anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.